Alright guys, so this is the quick grocery haul. I'm gonna start with everything that needs to go in the fridge. We got chicken breast thin sliced, we got chicken breast tenderloins, and then we got chicken wings. We got some bacon, egg, and cheese sandwiches, some sausage, egg, and cheese sandwiches, 2 things of green beans, 2 things of sweet peas, and 2 things of corn. I buy their double pack of butter. I think it's like $8 for the 2 packs, which isn't bad. We got some Philly cream cheese garden veggie. We got some English muffins. I'm gonna do the cinnamon rolls, so we got that. We got some bagels for the cream cheese. We got this salad, which this will be new to us, a kale pecan with a Dijon dressing. So I'm thinking that's gonna be pretty good. Taco cheese, because we're gonna make tacos tonight. I got some eggs. Surprisingly, like, this is usually a pretty expensive brand of eggs. This was cheaper than the Walmart brand for 18 eggs, so keep an eye on your prices. We got some of this soy yogurt. Just got this while we were on vacation and really liking it. My daughter sometimes is bothered by milks and stuff, so I got her some dairy-free coconut. The coconut is really good. We're gonna move over to the other table. That's where all the other stuff is. Alright, so before I moved on to the rest of the Walmart haul, I just wanted to clean out the freezer real quick. I had a Coke in here that had popped, and this is the aftermath of that. You think I would learn by now? Don't put your Coke in the freezer for so long. I like it to be icy cold to the point where it's almost like a slushie. However, I forget about it. And I've been trying to put a timer on lately to make sure. I have to put a timer on because I want my slushy Coke. But that's what I have to do from now on because I definitely do forget. So we're going to clean out the freezer and then we're going to move on to the Walmart haul. The rest of it anyway. I always like to do a clothes test to make sure that all of the stuff I'm packing in the freezer will actually fit and the drawer will close. A lot of times it hasn't, and I have to kind of reshuffle everything around.
Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche, we're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow, we can't miss out. I'm done living.
So a little tip for you guys. Here, I only get trash collected once a week, and I was going through the freezer. Our trash was already collected for this week. I did this grocery haul after school drop-off, so I knew it would be like 4 or 5 days before our trash was collected again. So what I'll do is I'll take a bag and write trash on the front of it with a Sharpie, and anything that needs to go into the trash that's either from the fridge or the freezer, I'll put into that bag and just let it sit in the freezer. And that way, if I'm collecting trash or my husband, we know that needs to go into the next trash pickup. I also did that in the refrigerator that you'll see later. Okay, and here's a little tip of something I do because I don't have a lot of freezer room. I will cut out the directions. You saw me take everything out of the box. I'll cut the directions out and I'll post it up where our calendar is, and I'll show you that right after I cut them out. Okay, so here's what I was talking about with the instructions. I just wrote on here which one is sausage, which one is bacon, and then we just tuck them up there. And that way anybody who needs to cook up their sandwich has directions since they're not in the box. Okay, so we're continuing on with the Walmart haul. I put everything in the freezer and the fridge that needed to go in. The fridge, I just kind of threw everything in. The freezer, I needed to clean out. That was a Coke that popped probably 4th of July. Don't touch. So, continuing on. We got some lemons for chicken piccata. You saw the chicken that I had. And that's also what the capers are for. An avocado that right now is as hard as a rock. This is the only thing I got that wasn't food related. I needed some night cream, day cream. Mia needed some cream, and then this was just a knockoff of the CeraVe lotion, which we all needed. We got some of the baked lays, 2 things of coffee. We got some stir fry for Nick for lunches. We got some gala apples, some sun-dried tomatoes. We make a chicken brine. If you're familiar with Carrabba's, I don't know if that's just like east, like northeast coast kind of thing, but they have a chicken brine that we make with goat cheese and sun-dried tomatoes. It's really good with a lemon sauce. I picked these up to see if anybody would eat these in the morning. It's kind of hard to get everybody to eat when we're out the door so early in the morning, so I'm going to see if maybe they'll try one of these. I saw this and thought Nick would like it. He loves Starburst, so we'll try it. Like I said, tonight we're having tacos. So we have hard shell, soft shell. These, the kids love these. These are so good. We don't get them often because they're never on sale, but it'll be a treat. And then this is another thing for like a breakfast kind of thing, just to try and get something in their bellies, because sometimes it's a long day before they get some lunch. Pastaroni. The running joke in the house is I made pastaroni one night and everybody loved it. And my husband's like, really? Pastaroni? I'm like, yeah, I killed it with the pastaroni. Chick-fil-A sauce, and then we got some of this Red Hot sweet chili sauce. We use this for the chicken sandwich that I was talking about in my last video. Then we got some Annie's white cheddar microwavable mac and cheese dots. So good, so expensive. The funny story is my husband doesn't look at prices when he goes food shopping, and he bought these and we love them. So now I gotta keep buying them, and they're like $7 for a bag of pretzels. That's kind of crazy. We got some pasta sauce or Prego because I'm gonna make meatballs, and then I'm gonna use the extra sauce that I have left to make lasagna roll-ups. We got some no yolks because I feel like a chicken noodle soup already, even though it's like 90 degrees today. Don't know about that, but we'll see. The lasagna noodles, some spaghetti for the meatballs. Okay, I did this. I'm not a big pumpkin spice kind of person, but I saw this and thought it would be good. We'll see. Maybe even this some French toast on one morning. Love this bread. It's like nice thick sandwich bread. That's really good. Garlic knots for either the pasta with meatballs or the lasagna. Or both, we'll see. Freezer pops. The kids like tear through these, so whenever I'm there, I'll grab freezer pops. We got some pineapple slices, because I have been having a hard time finding pineapple slices, so I grabbed those. Some red kidney beans, because we made some baked beans the other night. And then some of the kitty food. This is the indoor kitty food. And then unfortunately, we have a cat that's roaming around our house outside, so I've been feeding it. I know I probably shouldn't, but I can't help it. We're probably going to have a cat come winter time again, so we'll have 2 cats. This is actually for the Sam's Club, so ignore that. But so that is the rest of the Walmart grocery haul. And I thought I bought better cheddars, but apparently I didn't. But I will show you the receipt. Go right here. Like, wow, like you can just see prices of everything have just gone up. And I'll give you a total, because I'm going to tell you now, the total is not pretty. Like, that's probably $100 more than what I typically spend at Walmart for. This will last me a little longer than a week, like the frozen vegetables especially, and like this stuff is all like pantry stuff that I needed. But that's a lot. So now we're going to move on to the Sam's Club haul. Okay, so Sam's Club was just as bad for way less. Got this for lunches, and my husband took a pack to work. So we got 2 of these. We got these crumpled bacon, which we've never tried, so we're going to see how those are. The paper plates, like I said, this is like a hit or miss with me. I hate spending the money on it, but for the ease of the kitchen, especially during the summer and in breakfast in the mornings. Tate's cookies, we tried these while on vacation and really liked them, so I grabbed another pack. Love these croutons. They don't last long in my house though. We got a thing of chicken, thin sliced. I know I had some that I bought from Walmart, but then I saw this on sale and I'm freezing it, so that's good. We have pretzels, peanut butter pretzels, which, as you can see, already been dug into. Munchies mix, because I can never find this in the bag, so I saw little bags, I grabbed it. This is new to us. I have gotten the other ones before with the nut and usually cranberries or dried cherries, so we're going to try this. We'll see how this is. We got some pepper turkey breast. Of course, you can't go to Sam's Club and not get a rotisserie chicken. I think that's like part of the rules, right? And then we're going to try these for lunches too, the famous Amos chocolate chip cookies. Oh, and one other thing. How cute is this? I know I saw a flamingo towel up, but oh my gosh. Look at that. Getting ready for Halloween. So, yeah. Okay, and final store was Aldi's, yes. Cara oranges. I don't know if you guys have ever tried these. They are really good. It's funny, when I put them in a lunch, they almost look like a grapefruit when I cut them up. At first my kids thought they were grapefruits, but no, they're actually oranges and they're really sweet. They're very good. We got some caramel rice cakes, some strawberries. This is pretty good too. I don't know if the flip side crackers. It's like a pretzel on one side, cracker on the other. It's really good dipped in this. Goat cheese. I always get goat cheese at Aldi's because it's only $1.99, where this is anywhere from $4.99 to $5.99 at Acme, ShopRite, or anywhere else that I get it. And I got some grapes. Really small order at Aldi's. I actually was there with my mom. Anytime I see these on sale, I'll get them. They're a little more pricey. They're like $5 a bag. They were on sale for $4, so that's why I grabbed them. And usually any cheeses or fruit I get at Aldi's just because it's so much cheaper. Now we got to figure out the fridge. Okay, so now we got to go through this thing. This is an absolute mess. I don't even think I can call it my organized chaos anymore. I think it's just full on chaos now. Like everything is literally just thrown however it would fit. I like to get the stuff in the fridge as quickly as possible, so that's why. So let's go through and get this cleaned up a little. Okay, so I got the bottom drawer organized and cleaned out. Now I went through the cheese drawer. That's all cleaned out. I knew I had a lot of cheeses in there that had to go because it's been a little bit since my daughter made a cheese board. She was all into doing cheese boards this summer, which I'm not complaining because they turned out delicious. But now I'm going to go through and start to just wipe down the shelves here. I didn't want to pull everything out and wipe everything down. So what I'm doing is just kind of moving stuff around, wiping it, and then putting everything back and trying to organize it as best as I can.
I don't know where I belong, but I keep on searching. a place where the sun won't go away. Wide awake with an open mind, looking out from a mountain high. I don't know what to do now, need to figure it out, but I don't know how. I hope the wind will carry me and take me away to where I should be. I don't know where I belong, but I keep on searching for my home.
Okay, so the method of just moving stuff and wiping it down isn't going to work for these bins. These bins were pretty nasty. I'll just put it out there. They weren't looking too good. When I started moving stuff around, I started to realize this is more than just a wipe down. These actually need to be pulled apart and given a good deep cleaning. So that's what I'm going to do, just get the bins out and little sudsy water, wash them all up and get them dried, and then start restocking everything. Does anyone else keep the little condiment packets that they send you from the fast food places? I know I always keep them. We have some duck sauce, some soy sauce, and ketchup. Because I can't tell you how many times those little packets actually helped out in a pinch when I didn't have any ketchup. I know right now I have 2 bottles of ketchup in there, but I have run out of ketchup. And that kind of stings when you're like sitting down ready to eat. You go to get the ketchup and there's no ketchup. And nobody wants to run to the store. And I'm like, oh wait, I have these packets. They always help us out in a pinch.
On and on it goes, round and round the rodeo. Breathing out air for a minute, taking my time to begin with. On and on it goes, swinging down in life, you know. Breathing out air for a minute, yeah. Hey, would you rather stay right here, make everything disappear? Could play my favorite song, put your rose-colored glasses on. What if we stay right here?
Okay, so bins are all clean, back in the fridge. Now it's time to wipe down all the bottles that were in there originally that made it a mess and get it all stacked back in there.
Everybody's business. Why don't we all calm down? Why don't we all calm down? I think I'm the wrong size. Not enough room for everybody's egos.
So my goal here is to get all of the like items together so that I don't wind up with multiple bottles of ketchup and mustard open. Can you tell this double ketchup bottles are like a little bit of a thorn in my side right now? Why is that? Why am I so irritated by the fact that there's 2 bottles of ketchup open in my fridge? Like, I'm obsessing about it, but it's okay. We're going to just put them in the fridge. We have plenty of ketchup, but I'm trying to keep everything together and just trying to figure out how the bins here are going to work for me, because the very top bin is a little bit smaller and they gradually get bigger as they go down. And there's 2 bottles of ketchup. I don't know if I mentioned that to you guys, that I have 2 open bottles of ketchup. But we're going to try and get everything organized, put together, so that it works.
Always pretty smiles are covering her faces. You know it is all lies. You know it is all lies. Hey, would you rather stay right here? Make everything disappear. You play my favorite song. Put your rose-colored glasses on.
Let me know in the comment section down below if you see what I forgot in one of these bins. And honestly, I was so over it at that point. I let you know at like the 21.5-minute mark, but yeah, I was just done at that point.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah. Put your
I spy with my little eye the Aberdabbers. There she is. She's snacking. here we go, guys. Now, surprisingly, my fridge does not look that full considering how much money I just spent at the food stores. But I think for the most part, we got everything organized so that it's easier to find stuff in the mornings. I do want to try that cinnamon roll, kind of late to the game, but I need to buy heavy cream for that. I think for the most part, everything looks good. Not great. Like I've said before, I am not about Pinterest perfect. I'm just about functioning better. Just finished all of that and found this. That kind of sucks, huh? Oh well, I don't have time to deal with it now. Okay, so now I'm moving on to tonight's dinner, which I said we're having tacos. So I'm gonna just chop up some lettuce so it's like shreds. I like to do this on paper towel to try and get all the moisture out. And then I'm going to move on to the tomatoes and dice those up. Again, doing them on paper towel just to try and get a lot of the moisture out so it doesn't make the taco soggy. And I like to prep all of this stuff ahead of time. Anything that I'm going to touch that's not cooked, I like to get that out of the way before I start touching any kind of raw meats.
Dreaming big makes me smaller than I wanna be, but I guess I'll get used to being small in a world that's not acting kind, even if I don't want to. Wishing I'd be all alone. I got these demons by my side, flying on the chemicals. Guess I'm not the lucky type. Trust me, you don't wanna know how it's night after night, night after night.
Now I'm going to move on to the chicken. This night I use chicken tenders and I'm going to dice them up. However, I'm going to slow it down in a moment just to show you this little trick of taking the tenders, they're like that tendon out of the tenderloins, because I know they kind of get weird after you cook them. They're real chewy. So you're just going to use your fork and a paper towel and you're going to grab a hold of the tendon with the paper towel because it will slip out of your fingers. And then you take the fork kind of around the tendon and pull the fork down while holding on to that tendon, and that'll take that strip out for you. It just makes it a little easier, one, to chop it up because you're not trying to cut through that tendon, and then two, you don't get that that weird piece of tendon when you're trying to chomp on your tacos.
When I want to, trust me, you don't wanna know how it's night after night, night after night. Oh, searching after miracles. Oh, you're not.
Okay, chicken is chopped up and ready to go. Veggies are chopped up and ready to go. Now I'm going to preheat the oven, bake the hard shell tacos, get my pan ready so that I can saute the chicken. I use a little bit of my own taco seasoning. I've heard a lot of bad stuff about the packets of taco. I don't know how true it is or not, but I have all the spices to make my own seasoning, so I'll just whip up a batch. I'll do usually a pretty big batch of it, put it into an old one of my seasoning bottles, and just use that when I need it. Salt and pepper in the chicken now. Even though there is a little bit of salt and pepper in the taco seasoning, I just like to put a little salt and pepper on the chicken as well as it's cooking.
I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights, to sort out all the lies. Oh, baby, yeah.
So I realized as I'm getting everything together for the taco, I have absolutely no side for this. So I decided I'm going to just do a quick thing of rice to go on the side of the tacos.
Baby going down, 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 down. Baby going down, 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 down. Tried so hard to stay afloat. Yeah, we keep moving like the river goes. Baby going down, 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 down. Yeah. And I thought, it's time I'm letting you go. This time I know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words no more, no. I got so high on a low. That's when I loved you the most. Now I thought I should let you know. Yeah, now, no words no more, no. I really thought we had a
So there you have it, guys. A shopping haul and a taco dinner. Might not be fancy, but it'll fill your belly. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button so you'll see future videos coming up. And as always, I hope you guys have an awesome day. Bye, guys.